6 things that transform a supercar into a race car. To discover the differences between a supercar and a race car, we took a brand new Audi R8 V10 over to Spa in Belgium to put it through its paces. AERODYNAMICS. So this car is actually a little bit quicker in a straight line than the LMS car that we're racing around Spa 24 hours, but a lot slower over the course of a lap, and that's down to the aerodynamics, which you think when you're driving this car, how can a car be so much quicker than this? But apparently the LMS is, with all of the different aspects and specifications and weight reduction and an aero that's put on it, the massive rear wing. We only have like a very small rear deployable rear wing, which is nothing like the LMS car. That has an almighty aero package. 50% of the R8 shares its parts with the LMS car. The aero theory is to create a suction effect with sliced front fenders and a vacuum effect piece for the upper hood, meaning that the car is completely sucked down to the racetrack for improved handling. Tyres. For the Spa 24 hours, the cars will pit around once an hour for the 2,375-mile race, which means each set of tyres on the LMS cars lasts for just under 99 miles per stint. For everyday use, there is no way to tell exactly how long a tyre lasts. The lifespan and mileage of a tyre depends on its design, driver's habits, the climate, road conditions, and most of all the care that's put into them. But you'd be hoping for at least 10,000 miles, surely. Brakes. The brakes are so impressive, especially when you have it in dynamic mode. You can feel they're so much more responsive than when you have it in comfort, and I guess that's purely because the car assumes you're going to be going a little bit quicker, and it's a lot more gradual in this car than it is in the LMS. Obviously LMS, it's a lot more stamp on the brakes, get the car slowed down, whereas this, a lot more gradual. Although in dynamic, you probably think it is quite on-off, purely because if you're cruising and then pressing the brakes, you will kind of, you know, and it kind of lurches you forward a little bit. But oh my God, this car is a joke! Engine. So this car, 540 brake horsepower, 5.2 litre V10 engine, which sounds glorious, may I add. Oh God, no, why have I done that? It has a plus version. There's a slightly better R8 V10 out there, which gives you an extra 70 brake horsepower, something along those lines. But when you're driving this car, the standard version, you're thinking, I don't need any more power whatsoever. The V10 engine is nearly identical to the production car engine. The LMS outputs around 585 horsepower, but can depend on racing series regulations. The newly designed 6-speed transmission, compared to 7 in the road car, which is there for fuel efficiency, is pneumatically shifted via paddle shifters, and boy does it roar! Acceleration. So let's have a look at how it just absolutely goes. Oh my God! Obviously with it being four-wheel drive as well, the power is pretty much even between all 4 of the wheels, which means the acceleration and the launch control in this car is just one of a kind, isn't it, Alistair, really?
Insane.
Yeah.
It pulls like nothing I've ever been in before.
And he's been in Ferraris and all sorts, so...
It pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls.
It just keeps going. It just keeps going. The red line's at 8,500 revs, which is absolutely obscene. If my road car did that, it would explode there on the spot. I'm not sure about yours as well, Alistair, probably.
Yep, same here.
Yep. Off the line, the Audi R8 road car has more initial bite due to the 4-wheel drive, whereas in the LMS, the throttle has to be more carefully applied due to power being fed through the rear wheels only. The 0 to 60 in the Audi R8 V10 road car is a mighty 3.5 seconds. Launch control also features on the car, which revs the car to around 5,000 revs and enables you to achieve such impressive speeds around the track. This car can also achieve a whopping 199 miles an hour top speed, compared to the LMS with 186 miles an hour. And what did you say every time the car accelerates, what happens to your body?
I get the James May effect.
The James May effect.
That's what I'm calling it.
For those that you know, for those that know.
For those that know, it's the James May effect. And he gets it when he drives his Ferrari, or any Ferrari. It's just a little fizz somewhere in the gentleman body.
The gentleman body. Comfort. So let's talk a little bit about the comfort of this car as we come into a little village. The comfort, it actually is so comfortable to drive and also be a passenger. I drove for 7.5 hours to come to here from England, and I didn't really feel it at all. It is so comfortable, and Looking at the actual interior itself compared to the LMS, the R8's cockpit really does give you the impression of being in a race car. The brilliant interior quality oozes supercar luxury. You sit low in the sports seats and the dashboard wraps around you, making you feel at one with the car. The most notable differences with the LMS is the Audi Protection bucket seats, steel roll cage, and racing steering wheel. The center console has some similarities to the road car, but comfort is of course sacrificed for the safety of the driver. So those are the 6 things. Both the supercar and the race car are all mightily quick. What race car would you want to drive? Let us know in the comment section below.